Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got an interesting question that I'll try to answer here. That the writer of this question thinks that perhaps I won't have an answer for, but I've always got some kind of answer, don't I? So this question comes from Phil, and he says, "Hi John, I think I have a problem that will push your luck on suggestions. If you choose to make a video on this, feel free to use names." All right, so this is from Phil. Anyway, I have organized an indoor cricket team to play over the winter season. Winter season, I think. An open invite was put on Facebook for anyone that wants to play. I got just enough people interested to register a team. One of them has never played before. I assume you don't know how cricket works, but a poor individual performance easily costs you the game. I feel... okay, so he says, so the season has started and the person that has never played has very bad results, which has cost us 2 games. I feel bad for the other team members losing because of one person, but at the same time, I don't want to remove someone that is having a good time and learning to play. So the question for you is, do we just accept the loss or do we do something about it? All the best. Phil.
Tired of pushy recruiters sending you LinkedIn requests for jobs you have no interest in? Tired of blasting out resumes into the dark? If so, you should check out Hired.com. Hired.com flips job searching on its head by having top employers like Facebook come to you after you fill out one simple application. You also get your own job coach to help you on your next job search. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you at least fill out the application. Just go to Hired.com/simpleprogrammer, and when you get hired with Hired, you'll get double the normal sign-on bonus for using that link.
So there's a few things I would say, Phil. I would say, first of all, what is the context? What is the pretext or the situation in which you had advertised this, right? Did you say that you're creating a competitive cricket team? You know, what did you say when you recruited people to the team? Did you say this is for anyone of any skill level, right? You know, what kind of qualifications did you have? I mean, you may have accepted someone in, but if you said that we're putting together a cricket team, then and you gave indications that it's a serious team, that you want to be able to be competitive, then you would have a pretty good justification to say, hey, look, here's the deal, and you know, appreciate you joining, but I can't do this the rest of the team. On the other hand, if you said, hey, it doesn't matter what experience level you have, if you've never played cricket before, come and join us. We're just putting together a team, and so, you know, come join us and we'll have a good time. That's what our objective is. Then you really shouldn't kick the guy off the team. Now, with that said, I don't think you should necessarily kick the guy off the team, but you should be pretty honest and you should really figure out what your goal is and what, you know, is it causing other people on the team to not have as much fun because they are competitive and they do want to win? And if so, then you need to address this, or you need to find out that information. It's really hard at this point, I think, to tell this person that they can't play, you know, because you've invited them onto the team. It would have been better, I think, that, you know, for future reference, you might want to make some qualifications or state the objective, or say that if you're new to cricket, you can come and practice with us, but you might not necessarily get to play in the game because we do have a competitive team and we'd like to compete. The other thing that you could do is you could go to this person who joined and you could basically say that after the fact. You could say, look, here's the deal. I have to do what's best for the team because there's other people relying on me and I'm the leader of the team. You are welcome to come and practice with us and perhaps play a little bit in some of the games, but you know, because no fault of your own, you know, you're new to the game, you know, not saying anything about you personally, but because you're new to the game, you're hurting us. So I would like to help you to learn the game. Come practice with us, right, and bring up your skill level. And if you are able to, within the season, get to a point where it's enough that you're able to be competitive, then we'll put you in the game more and you can play. But otherwise, the practice, you'll have fun. We'll do scrimmages or whatever. You'll learn the game, and then perhaps next year you'll be ready to play on the team. You know, this is a hard thing to say, right? But I think that you've got to be able to, you got to make that decision. And I'll say this, right? It's really easy for me to say that here, and some of you are like, man, John, you're a jerk, you're an asshole. But I don't have all the information. I don't know what, in this case, Phil, you've got to decide what's really important to you here. Is being competitive, you put this together, you're putting this effort in, people are going and they're playing, right? So if it's important to you and to everyone on the team that they do well, and this one person is bringing you down, sometimes you got to make that hard decision. It's really tempting to say, well, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings ever, but you can't really live your life that way, because if you're doing that, you're not being authentic, right? What you're doing is you're building resentment towards that person, and even though you're being nice at the surface level, you're not really being nice, because you're resenting them. You're not being honest. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. So you got to go and you got to do some deep thinking and say, what do you really feel about this, right? Do you really feel like you're not going to be able to be happy and have a good time, and that other people aren't, if this person is on the team and they're sucking? If that's the case, then you're going to have to be honest, you're going to have to be genuine and authentic, and you as the leader are going to have to make a decision, which might be a hard call. It might get you called an asshole, just like some of the people that are going to watch this video are going to call me an asshole for even suggesting this. But that's sort of the burden of being in a leadership position, is sometimes you have to make those hard calls, and sometimes you have to make a call that is totally unfair for the individual, but is beneficial for everyone else, because if the whole team falls apart, then no one's going to be playing, right? And life isn't always fair, right? I agree that you may be doing something that is technically not fair to this person, but on the other hand, it's what's best for the team, and you've got to make that call. So when I say you've got to make that call, what I'm saying, like, I don't know all the dynamics. I don't know all the information about what the team is like, what you advertised on Facebook when you said that you were starting the team, what the expectations are, right? There's a lot of different things that you're going to have to consider and take into account and decide, what is the best thing to do in this situation. But I would say, if I could give some advice on this, I would say that don't be afraid to do what you think needs to be done. Like, decide, you make the decision, you feel it out, and once you make that decision, do it. And second, I would say that if whatever you do, it has to be authentic. Like, if you are just keeping this person on and you guys cannot honestly be okay with that, or figure out some kind of solution, and there may be some other solution out there that I'm not thinking of, but if you can't be okay with it, then you have to recognize that it's not good. It's a bad situation, because you're going to build resentment towards this person, whether you like it or not. If you can't be okay with it, and you know it, or the other people on the team, it's going to build resentment in that case. This is a really weird question to ask me, but hey, I gave it my best shot. It is a tough situation. Anyway, there it is. That's my best shot on should you kick a shitty cricket player off of a team. If you've got some suggestions, I'm open for comments on this one. I want to know what you all think about this situation. I've been in similar situations on development teams where I've had people that, you like them, but you've got to cut them because it's hurting the rest of the team. And I've made those calls and made those decisions, and it's been tough, and it didn't always end well. But in the end, I feel like I made the right decision, because it was the only thing that was the true and authentic thing to do. And to just let someone hang on because you're trying to be nice is actually not being nice to them, because it's doing a disservice to them, because they're gonna feel the resentment from people. They're gonna feel that they're not carrying their load. They're gonna feel that burden. So I'd rather just rip the Band-Aid off and be the jerk for a little bit in order to do something that's better for the team and better for that individual, because it's really not going to benefit either in that situation. But again, I don't know if this is your situation, so there you go. All right, if you like this video, if you haven't subscribed already, if you want to learn about playing cricket, I guess, click the subscribe button. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.